Next on our packet trick list is White Fang, and I really want to show it to you. We get, we're going to use a prediction card, okay? We'll set it aside, and let's just say a card box will go on top. And we've got some other cards as well, secret cards that we will use as a prediction. Or rather, you know what? Let's make it about, let's change the plot. Let's make it more to be a goal. You are going, the spectator, I ask your name, let's say your name is Marcy. I go, hey Marcy, I'm going to need your help. I want you to eliminate cards down to one card that you think can be, is a mate to that card that's face down. They go, okay. So we're going to, and we can even mix it up as we go along, sit down the cards, like so. And I just say, put your fingers on top of any two cards, your choice. And they say, these two. Okay, do you want to change your mind? And I'm like, okay, fine, here. I'm like, okay. And we eliminate the other three cards. Very openly and fairly, okay? These two, and of these two, I ask them to simply nudge one card towards me. They do so. Okay, I set the other one away. And now we're down to one card. And believe it or not, it is a 10 of clubs. Yay, it means absolutely nothing. I'm kidding. So we happen to stop upon the 10 of clubs. Now this means entirely nothing whatsoever, realistically. Unless, and they can do this themselves, they can match this card perfectly. And then they say, okay, that's crazy. But there's always a 40% of people asking, well, they could have all been the 10 of clubs, which is true. I understand that. I get that. Except when you consider the fact that when they turn it over, not me, you can see that all the other cards are blank. And the spectator could be doing this, not me. Hey, check it out. It really is all blank cards like that. And he really did predict that card. I'm Dan. I hope you enjoyed White Fang. And the next one is White Fang. White Fang is a wonderful, interesting piece I want to get into, and I have a lot of fun thoughts on this. But before I do so, please, if you can, hit the like button, subscribe if you want more magical content. It really does help me out. So jumping into White Fang, which I named after Ruby. Yes, just hate me all you want, but just when the earlier season that you saw White Fang, or the earlier seasons you saw it, it was just kind of cool. So I named after that, and not the deeper negative side of it. It just, the name sounded cool. Okay, just leave me alone. So the setup for this is for blank cards. You will need blank cards. You could use just odd red cards, and these will be the black cards, the difference. But it just really hits way harder. I've done a comparison. You could even use jokers, but it just doesn't hit as hard seeing blank cards. It's like, wow, he really thought of everything. It really does happen. That's cool. So get them off the Penguin or eBay or whatever magic website has those Vanishing Ink, I think. I don't know. By your favorite magic dealer. So you get 4 blank cards, okay? And again, you have the option of just using the opposite color cards, okay? You're going to need 4 red ones, I'll lay it right there, 1 red backed 10 of clubs, and 1 blue backed 10 of clubs, okay? That's it. Really simple. Once you've got these blank cards, let's say, I'm just going to do it with this. It just really does make it like 30% more impactful. We get the 10 of clubs. We put it into the, what is it? Second from the bottom position. So second from the face over here. This is the position, okay? All 3 blank cards, 10 of clubs, another blank card, okay? All red. The blue card will go on top. You could put this in your wallet. You can put in whatever professional set, and you are set up. If you really want to, you could put a rubber band on it, just so the cards don't fly everywhere and you don't lose them. But that is the general setup. Blue 10 of clubs, blank card, blank card, blank card, 10 of clubs, which is the red one, and then a blank card. Okay. So now what we do is we have, and we're also going to need a cell phone or something to put on top to really secure it. It adds a little bit of impact as well. I said I want to try a little prediction effect with you. Okay, I'm going to push off. I push off openly the blue card, set it off, and then I have some object on top. So their phone, something. It makes it personable to them. We're going to their drink. Great. Though you might need a new card after because it's going to get wet and soggy and get destroyed. Deck of cards, but then again, deck cards might not be the best thing because they'll think you're doing some switching move. But just something. So let's just say I do it with my heel cup. Not sponsored, but I would love to get or have them sponsor me. It would be cool. We set it on top, so that prediction is there. And say I want to play a little game. Not like Saw, but we'll play a little game. And we start mixing the cards, and you can mix them however you want. Just note the card. So right now I got the card to the top, the 10 of clubs to the top. So you know it starts on the second from the bottom position. And you can mix them up however you want. But just make sure it's second from the bottom when you need it. Okay? And so I maybe mix it up. And then I start setting the cards on the table, starting the middle card, setting the 2 cards on the sides down, and then these 2 around the sides. I'll move the drink to the side just for this. Okay, but you get the general idea of the predictions right there. Okay. Then I do equivocate, as magicians would imagine, just using 5 cards to get to the card. And magicians already know it's equivocate. Okay, there's no surprise there. But the thing is, 5 cards is the perfect minimum amount I have found from experience to give the magic effect. It's crazy, but I tested it and it works. So, they can point to any 2 cards they want. If they touch upon the selection and another card, you eliminate the other 3. Okay? If they touch 2 other cards, then you could even tell them to touch a 3rd one if they want. If they go for something outside the selection, we can burn and ditch or discard all 3 cards, and now we've got the 2 cards. So ideally, what it is through whatever choice they make, you either keep or discard cards and give a very vague basis so they don't know what's really going on. They just understand that the cards are being eliminated, and it seems in a fair, casual process because you're very calm, you're very calculated. You're not trying to put pressure, but you are trying to get to an end destination. They don't know it. They just think they're randomly doing this. You're doing a force, which is equivocate, and we're just trying to get to that result. And it's really easy. It's like, this is like the easiest equivocate out there. I'm not even kidding. Well, if you do 2 card equivocate, yes. But for entire effect, this is really good. It's like a really easy equivocate. They point to 2 cards, okay? They say these 2. You eliminate these 3, and then you go into the second phase, okay? If they point to 2, and that's not the ones you want, you eliminate them, okay? They point to these 2, and where you would have eliminated before, you go, okay, and then we'll eliminate the free one, as an example, okay? Now we get to 2 position. We want to just get down to 2 cards, okay? Or you can get a John Armstrong moment, where it was with a spectator. I say point to 2, and they only point to 1, and it's the selection. You're like, okay, you're very specific, and then you eliminate all the others, and then you show the card prediction, and you're all set. And it looks like a miracle because they were determined to do that. So you can just play off the moment, which is an opportunity, and it's quite hilarious opportunity as itself. Again, you can change the position, but from what I've noticed, this really does seem to be the most fair position that no one would expect, and I get a great result every time. So let's say they point to 2 cards, they eliminate it, okay? They point to another 2 cards. Here's one other scenario. They point to 2 other cards, that is not that one. We'll eliminate it again, because you did in the first phase. You're really being fair. And now you're down to 1. You've got the 10 of clubs, okay? Now, let's say you get down to that situation where you're down to 2 cards earlier, okay? And 10 of clubs right here, okay? They point to 2 cards, okay? Let's just say in this situation, they point to these 2. Okay, you may eliminate the other 3. We've got the 2 cards right here. I need you to nudge, this is a John Armstrong idea, I need you to nudge 1 card towards me. And it's so brilliantly devious. I thank you, John. You did a amazing job with subtlety. They now nudge one card towards me. So if they nudge 10 of clubs, and I go, you nudge 10 clubs towards me, I'll toss away the other one, and then show 10 of clubs. Okay? If they choose the other card, they nudge the other card towards me, I go, okay, and you left that card for yourself? And they would go, yes. They technically did. They nudged one towards you, that one's for them. So you nudge this card towards me, and you left this one for yourself? And they go, yes. And because it's for them, audience would understand that it should be their card. And you toss away the other one, and then you get the result. So you understand that it's a force, and you're forced a decision while seemingly being fair in every path. And the audience doesn't realize they've been had, or duped, or whatever you want to say. They've been forced. The 10 of clubs. And all these cards are blank cards. You're set for a beautiful revelation. You can leave them openly on the table right here, which the audience will grab at in a second. Okay? We show 10 clubs, and we say it means nothing whatsoever unless, and I can lift it up, it matches the prediction perfectly. And then you can show it, for people who are from distance, you can show both, and then people react. They go, yeah, great. And one other idea you can do is you can limit it down to one. You add all the intention, all the focus is there. You turn on your prediction first, and you can show 10 clubs. This actually might be a better idea. And then you say it means nothing whatsoever unless you predict it perfectly. And then everything's like, wow, they did it, yay. That might be better. In either case, whichever you do, right after you get the 4 cards, okay? And they didn't choose. You wouldn't get them. You would never even touch them. You actually at the end, the spectator will mention it. Well, they're all 10 of clubs. And if they don't, you could actually mention it. This is something I usually do to make sure I eliminate that possibility in the back of their minds, even if they don't say it. And you go, wow, that's cool. But you know what? You could actually just argue that all of these are 10 clubs. And they go, yeah, that's fair. Oh, wow, he's actually being supportive, destroying his own trick. How confident is he? Why is he telling me this? And it leads for a great impact, because you could say, or they can do it, and they can show that all the rest of the cards are blank. Or they just look and they start freaking out. Oh my gosh. And I did this trick a lot at one of my past jobs. I would interact with clients a lot. And this trick hit home hard. It works especially well for the ladies. This prediction style effect is simple. It gives them everything they've ever wanted, essentially, in a tightly packed thing. It's great. The ladies love this trick. So not liable for PUA, but PUA workers, this is a great trick to keep in your back pocket. And yeah, it's just a pack trick I really love.